Ja, frid och shalom kära vänner. Idag ska vi ta och titta på ett litet klipp med Billy Crone där han berättar att han har varit djupt involverad i New Age och ockultism. Och han är så förvånad över att man inte längre talar om det profetiska i kyrkorna. Det är han väldigt oroad för, att det är djävulens taktik de senaste 30 åren. Att vi skulle skämmas för att tala om Jesu tillkommelse och ändens tid. Och visst har han rätt, det är ganska tyst i våra kyrkor. Nu lämnar jag över till klippet.
A regular guest here on the Tipping Point Show. He's the senior pastor of Sunrise Bible Church in Las Vegas, Nevada. In addition to being a pastor, he's a very gifted author, conference speaker, and teacher. He's written many books on the end times, and he's produced many documentaries on the end times. And today we're talking about his book and documentary, Klaus Schwab, the World Economic Forum, and the Coming Mark of the Beast. Billy, thank you for joining me again.
Thank you, Jimmy. It's great to be on.
Now, these conversations, they're fascinating. And one of the things I love about your documentaries and your books is now you're quoting the people.
Oh, yeah.
You're not just making a lot of claims and stuff that are unsubstantiated. I mean, you're actually quoting the people themselves. But what we're seeing today in our world is just this convergence that you believe is, and I also believe is going to end up being the mark of the beast.
Yeah.
A one world government with the Antichrist in control. I want you to just, before we start talking about today's topic, I want you just to, for people to know who you are. You were a former New Ager.
Yeah.
And so you came from the other side.
Yeah, exactly. And so really the research on some of this stuff actually began before I got saved in 1993. But basically a former New Ager, I was also involved in the occult and things of that nature, which these guys are heavy into the dark side, if you will, as well, unfortunately. And so I was a part of that camp. I at that time, before I got saved, I thought it was a great thing, you know, that we need to bring harmony to the planet. We need to get rid of national sovereignty. We need to come together under the, you know, with a one world government. We need to have everybody all tied together, working together to create like a Borg-like existence. And we need a one world religion. And I'd be on the front line for that. And at the same time, I would say, and you know what? Who's messing this whole thing up? Christians. Christians are stopping the harmony of the earth. That was the New Age saying, right? You know. And an obedient Christian, guess what? That's what you should be doing.
That's right.
2 Thessalonians 2, the resistance. So the restraining influence. And so I was a part of that. I thought it was a good thing. So this is not a conspiracy theory. These people are real. These organizations are real. This goal of redoing the planet with a one world religion, one world economy, cashless society, mark of the beast system, one world government, it's really real, and it's been in play for a long time. I was there. Now, fast forward, after I got saved, then I began to realize, wait a second. Everything that I thought in the New Age was a good thing that we need to do, and the Christians are the bad guy, it's the exact opposite.
Yeah.
In fact, I'll say this. The Bible, I learned very quickly, is the only book on the whole planet that exposes what these guys are up to.
Right.
Right? It's called The Rise of the Antichrist Kingdom.
Right.
And what's he going to bring with the false prophet? One world government, one world religion, one world economy, cash society, mark of the beast system. And it just jaw dropped. I was like, I knew what I was involved in was wrong, but then I was like, nobody's talking about this.
Yeah.
And I'm going, and it's not 50 years down the road. It's happening now. I was in that camp. So the research for a lot of that began back then. But that's why I encourage Christians. I said, listen, put yourself in the enemy's shoes, right? If you want to hide from people what you're doing, then what's the first thing you're going to do? You're going to try to get rid of this book.
Yeah.
Because this book, the Bible, is the only book on the planet that in minute detail tells you exactly what's coming under the rise of the Antichrist kingdom.
Absolutely.
So he's got to get rid of it. Well, throughout history, as we know, the enemies try to get rid of the Bible, but guess what? Nanny, boo-boo, in Jesus' name, God wins.
Yeah.
He's not you. So, but here's what he's been doing the last 30 years, even in the church. He can't get rid of the Bible. We got Bibles galore everywhere. So you know what he does? He spread a lie through the church that if you teach on prophecy, Pastor Jimmy, don't you know that's doom and gloom?
Yeah.
Don't you know that's not what people, that's divisive. People don't need to hear that. You can't do that. So even though we have the Bible, he's convinced churches to never teach on Bible prophecy. And so that's why even Christians are in the dark about what's coming. So that's the spiritual warfare aspect.
It's really